Now galloping Sugar Alto, she's up in the air, dug the toes and nearly kicked poor old Ash Matthews out of the cart there. She was prone to that a few years ago. She was a bit of a trouble at the start. She's going to miss it by a big way this morning. They're set, ready and away. M.H.R.C Night put in a couple of roughies too, and it's also galloped. Harper Lee was away very slowly also, so a few out the back. We're down to 3. Lincolnshire Red's rolled to the lead here. Elizabethan Era up to 2nd as He's a Little Caesar gets to 3rd. M.H.R.C Night, who blew the starts, back to 4th. Harper Lee was tucked in behind it. It was very tardily away, and Sugar Alto, after nearly kicking Ash Matthews out of the cart, is a conspicuous last and the good part of nearly 150 metres from the leader, and that leader is Lincolnshire Red. Takes him into the back straight, very well named, Better Than Cheddar. Leads out by a length margin as they head towards a mile marker. Sitting 2nd, Elizabethan Era. 3 back markers, 3rd, He's Little Caesar. Then the hole in the field, 50 metres back to M.H.R.C Night. Harper Lee around the outside of it. David Murphy out in the centre of the track, trying to get around M.H.R.C Night, and another margin back to Sugar Alto, who passed the 1400, still a long way away. 44.6 the lead time. Leader Lincolnshire Red leads with Mark Hayes in the Spider. Sitting 2nd is Elizabethan Era. Steve Martin right on its hammer. 3 back markers, 3rd as they roll off the top turn is He's a Little Caesar. Harper Lee still trying to get past M.H.R.C Night, but they have made up some ground, and that margin back to Sugar Alto at the tail. First quarter 32.5, and the leader is Lincolnshire Red. Has been there since the outset. Brings the field down to get the bell. Leads by a length margin, 1,000 out. 2nd, Elizabethan Era. 3rd is He's Little Caesar as they head out of the straight for the final time. Back in 4th spot is M.H.R.C Night. Harper Lee hasn't seen a marker line as yet, still out deep on the track, and back the tail is Sugar Alto, 800 from home. Leader is Lincolnshire Red. 2nd spot, Elizabethan Era, breathing right down its neck. 3 back markers, 3rd, He's a Little Caesar. M.H.R.C Night and Harper Lee have done a good job. They're about to tack onto the train, but they've spent a lot of petrol getting this close, and that margin back to Sugar Alto has probably made up 40 metres on them. But the leader is Lincolnshire Red. It's tapped along. They went 32-2 the second quarter. Up on the outside, 2nd now coming off the markers, He's a Little Caesar. Leaders back, 3rd, Elizabethan Era. It's had a very good run in transit. Harper Lee and M.H.R.C Night now struggle after literally trying their heart out to catch up, and Sugar Alto is still last, 31-1 down the back. The leader is Lincolnshire Red. On the outside, He's Little Caesar still closing in. Elizabethan Era couldn't wait for the sprint lane, and Steve Martin peeled out 3 wide, but she's gone nowhere. It's in front, Lincolnshire Red. He's Little Caesar, Elizabethan Era. He's Little Caesar. Here's a finish. On the inside, Lincolnshire Red kick back. Lincolnshire Red sees it out, wins by a head. 2nd in Little Caesar had its measure halfway up the straight. 3rd in Elizabethan Era. It had every chance. Then a margin back to Harper Lee. Sugar Alto, she's beaten 1 home. That was last in M.H.R.C Night. Final quarter 29-7 in a stirring finish.